Hello everyone, finally Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is finally released. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 delves deeper into our various definitions of perfection, in addition to exploring the concept of real friendship and finding family and home in total strangers. Some people focus on hiding your defects, but for the majority, love makes everything seem wonderful. You come to love individuals in spite of their shortcomings. The conflict seems more staged than natural, despite the fact that the message is powerful and leaves you in tears. Gunn doesn't waste any time in introducing Adam Warlock, whose goal is to uproot the Space Warriors and destroy the Guardians' new operational base, Nowhere. If this were only the beginning, the team would also have to contend with the vicious attack of the Mastermind, High Evolutionary, a geneticist who is fixated on evolution and the ideal society. On Counter-Earth, he only wants the ideal species to endure. The stormy past of Rocket is the source of everything. Can the affable and infatuated Star-Lord, the sassy Gamora and Nebula, Rocket, Groot, Mantis, and Drax set out on their last expedition to stop the Madman's atrocities? The Guardians movie may have been perceived as a movie centered on unremarkable heroes when it first came out in 2014. In the main race, the powerful Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk participated. Gunn's interplanetary cast becomes so endearing via his films that you didn't want to leave all. Despite the scope and components present, GOG 3 isn't chaotic like the most recent Marvel movies. In an era of multiverse crazy, Gunn maintains the good old charm of a straightforward plot, and that is extremely enjoyable. Even though there is a lot of humor, the seriousness of the matter is not lessened. The action scenes are breathtaking, and the music enhances the mood and works in unison with the tale. The emotional history of Rocket makes Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 the best film in the series. For those who have seen the first two, even though the plot is straightforward, the narration keeps the viewer interested till the very end. In the opening 10 minutes of the film, director James Gunn dives right into the primary plot. He tells the story in an interesting and powerful manner. The movie's emotional aspect works out great, especially when it focuses on Rocket Raccoon's origin tale. Also giving strong performances are Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, Pom Klementieff, Karen Gillan, and Vin Diesel. The characters Drax and Mantis give some comic relief through their interactions and talks. In addition to the emotional depth, the film's vibrant aesthetics are astounding. Both Orgacorp and Counter-Earth's worlds and its inhabitants are out of the ordinary. The combat on Counter-Earth's camera work is especially impressive, and the action sequences are well designed. The fights are even more stunning when they are filmed in slow motion. While the plot, direction, and acting in the last episode of the GOTG series are all excellent, there are a few moments that left viewers baffled and full of questions. James Gunn, the director, wanted to reveal Rocket's true identity and evolutionary history. Rocket's intelligence is revealed to the antagonist High Evolutionary in one scenario. The issue here is that, given that the focus of the narrative is Rocket, James Gunn ought to have provided a concrete example to highlight how intelligent the raccoon is in comparison to other creatures on Counter-Earth. Furthermore, a more accurate portrayal of High Evolutionary's malevolent nature would have made the spectator more aware of his immense power. Anyone who anticipated that Gamora and Star-Lord would reconcile as lovers will be dissatisfied with the scenes between them. The filmmaker ought to have depicted how Groot and Rocket got along before they met the other Guardians of the Galaxy. If the backstory of the characters had been revealed, the film would have been even more moving.